Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my twin flame story week by week. This is episode number 32. I know because I checked. Usually I'm like, I don't know what number this is. I'm here with Grogu, my Padawan, and my Grogu tumbler. I've got some Vata tea. It's an Ayurvedic tea for calming the nerves. So, such great tea. I love it. All right, guys, I have a really special message for you guys today. And here's kind of why it came to me. So a couple of weeks ago, I finished this playlist before I went to Boston. So as you know, there was only one video posted last week if you're watching this on August 9th, 2023. So I only posted one video last week because I was out of town. And I'm back in town this week, but at the end of the month, I'm going out of town again. It came to me because we just finished the playlist on Twin Flame Union, 7 Keys to a Healthy Twin Flame Journey. And I had recorded the video on the 7th key, the key to integration of the souls between twin flames. And I did the video. If you haven't yet viewed that video, please do check it out. I'll put the link somewhere right here. And so you can check that out after this video, but I did the key to integration of the souls. And I gave an aspect of the key to integration and I explained what it was, how it happened to me. And after that, I've been coaching a lot of twin flames. And in my coaching experience with twin flames, now at various points in the journey, at various steps in the journey. So just know that when I coach twin flames, they're not all at the same step or level of the twin flame journey that I'm at. So I've been, if you're new to my channel, welcome. Do subscribe below, click on the bell, give the video a thumbs up. But I've been on the twin flame journey for nearly 5 years, almost like we are right at the cusp of 5 years. Although I didn't really recognize that I was a twin flame or on the twin flame journey until like later in 2018, but it's been about 5 years. And I speak about the key to integration of the souls because I had this experience twice with my twin flame. The second time, it was in April of 2022. As I've been coaching twin flames who are at various points along their twin flame journey, I've had this repetition of this desperation and obsession to be with their twin flame. Now, even if they've been doing the work, right? The twin flames that I've been coaching have been doing the work from some of them, right? Others are not necessarily doing the spiritual work that they need to do, but many are doing the internal work, the spiritual work. They are healing their childhood wounds, their relationship wounds, and digging deep into their psyche. Now, whether they do this through my twin flame boot camps or group coaching, or whether they do that with a private therapist, a lot of my clients are actually working through things and also getting coaching with me. So, you know, there's like this hybrid approach to learning and growing and integrating lessons that you've learned throughout your life. So it's not that every twin flame that I coach is at the same level of growth, but there has been a common recurring theme, especially in the past couple of weeks, where I've been coaching twin flames who are still in that I can't believe I'm not with my twin flame. Like, I'm so over this. Like, I need to be with them. I don't understand why I'm not with them. I don't understand why they're not changing. I don't understand why my twin flame is not growing, changing, and why reunion is not coming. And I just want to give you a different side of the perspective, which is the side of the perspective that I have been through, so that hopefully it can give you a little bit of foresight and hope for your future. And I'm doing this out of the kindness in my heart because I don't want you to fret and be anxious and obsessed. Now, this may not work for some of you because often the obsession is linked to pain that has not yet been processed. Now, it could be pain from your childhood. It could be pain from past lives, past karma. It could be current relationships that you are still in that are causing you pain, or current situations that are causing you pain, right? So it may not work, but at least it can give you a vision, like something to look toward, something to look forward to. So as I mentioned in my book, Twin Flame Union, 7 Keys to a Healthy Twin Flame Journey, And also in that video that I posted a link for on the 7th key, I had a second time of twin soul integration that happened between my twin flame and I. And again, so hard to explain this if you haven't experienced it, but that happened in April of 2022. And one thing that I mentioned was like, I had this instantaneous feeling of peacefulness that overcame me. Peace, serenity, bliss, happiness, joy. And it was like all the worry, anxiety, obsession disappeared in that moment, like completely vanished in that moment. Now, of course, we are human beings, right? So we are human beings and we are spirits first, right? But we are still living this human experience because that's why we came here. We came to live out this human experience and to evolve our souls. So even though I had in that moment experienced the peacefulness, the bliss, happiness, joy, laughter, like completely letting go of obsession, completely letting go of worry and anxiety and fear, of course, sometimes that bounced back to that. So sometimes in the course of the last year and some change, I had the back and forth of sometimes obsessing, sometimes thinking about my twin flames, sometimes worrying about the situation, sometimes getting anxious about the situation. And so it kind of had this bounce back and forth. But most recently, I guess in the past 6 months or so, it's been this total surrender and bliss. And what I want to tell you is that when you have soul integration and you've worked through your wounds and worked through everything you need to, and your souls have aligned, this doesn't have to happen physically, right? It's something that happens in the ethereal world. So the soul integration that I experienced with my twin flame was not because I was with my twin flame. It wasn't because we were in physical reunion. It's that I had conceived and felt in a moment's time the actual integration of our souls. And like I said, if you haven't experienced it, it's really hard to believe. So I know I experienced it because I felt it, and I also felt all the prizes, right? I felt all the bonuses and the advantages in the instant following it. So it was just this weird instantaneous experience. And again, it has happened twice. The first time it happened, I was barely on the twin flame journey to my cognizance, right? So you've been on the twin flame journey your entire life, but you may only have become aware not too long ago in comparison to the rest of your life, of course. So I had that joy, happiness, bliss, but then there were waves of time where I was like anxious and upset and like worried and all this stuff. And then about 6 months ago, I had like total liberation. Now, this is called moksha in Sanskrit. It is a concept, a yogic concept, if you will. The concept of the yogi or the meditator or the spiritual seeker, the soul, reaching self-actualization. And so I reached moksha or liberation from the twin flame journey about 6 months ago. And this is where you have a total freedom where you don't feel tethered to your twin flame in any way. You don't feel obligated to your twin flame in any way. You don't feel like you have to do something for the journey in any way. You just feel this sense of liberation, peace, serenity, freedom. Really, it's that word, freedom, liberation, moksha, that is like, wow, I never thought I could be so free. In the sense that when you discover you're on the twin flame journey, you feel very tethered to your twin flame. You feel so tied to them. You feel tied to this experience, and you feel tied to the back and forth, the wishing, the hoping, the praying, the obsession, the dark night of the soul, the working through all the wounds that you have with you, your twin flame, your past lives, and the dynamic. Oh my gosh, that tethered feeling to the dynamic, to the twin flame dynamic. But once you have soul integration, once you have worked through your wounds, because it's likely that for your half of the soul, your twin flame might not be feeling this, right? Just you could be feeling this. That if you've worked through all of your stuff that you need to work through on your twin flame journey, you will feel the soul integration and you will be liberated. Now, it's likely that that may not happen for your twin flame if they have been in denial, ignoring their work, living in ego consciousness, not seeing the plan, the grand plan of what needs to be done, right? Not seeing the grander picture of what needs to be accomplished on the twin flame journey. So I don't know. I am experiencing this real time. I can only give you the play-by-play instructions of what I'm going through real time. I can't necessarily give you something that I haven't yet experienced. And I say this often in my videos, is that I really link my videos to my personal experience and the experience of my viewers and the people I coach, because those are the only ones that I can give credence to and say, okay, somebody has experienced this. All I can say is that I know for certain that my twin flame has not worked through his stuff. Now, he may have worked in part through his stuff, but he hasn't completed his work through his stuff. So I feel that my twin flame is still going through a lot. And in fact, he has mentioned to me that he's still going through a lot. And I feel the liberation. And like, when I say liberation, I'm not pretending. This is like total liberation. It's like when it comes to my twin flame journey, I don't have a care in the world. It doesn't matter to me anymore. It's almost as if like I didn't go through it or I didn't meet him. Like it almost feels like that. Like it's just totally insignificant. It doesn't matter anymore. And it's that sense of liberation. It's that sense of freedom from being tethered to this, from being tied to it. It's an untying. And in fact, in my book, Twin Flame Union, in the 7th key, I explain this, becoming untethered. And it's such a joyous, joyous feeling that just know that if you are persistent, and this is the part where I want you to have hope, if you are persistent on your end of the spectrum, right? You can't control other people. You can't control your twin flame into doing their work, right? You can't control them into doing that. You can't beg them. You can't plead and cajole with them to do their work. But that being said, I feel that if you continue to do your internal work and really do it, have your spiritual practices, go through the healing aspect of the twin flame journey, move through it, connect to your spiritual self, connect to your spiritual side on a daily basis. This is not a one-time thing, guys. It's not like, oh, I connect with my spiritual self on a yearly basis or once a month. No, this has to be on a daily basis that you connect with your higher self, your spiritual self, and do your internal work. You will reach soul integration, in which case you will feel free. You will feel liberated. You will feel the freedom of not being tethered to your twin flame or your twin flame journey. And then you're left thinking like, okay, what's next? What's next in my life? What's next in my life as far as romance, happiness, joy, and just bringing to fruition the things that I really desire in my life? But you don't feel that pull to like be with your twin flame. And what I always say, this is something I've always said from the beginning, really, is that being with your twin flame needs to be like a treat, like the frosting on top of the cake. It needs to be like something that is a bonus, something that is a super nice to have, but it's not like necessary. You don't have to have it. You could totally be blissful, happy, and joyous without it. And honestly, guys, in my first year of my twin flame journey, I never thought that I could reach that point, ever. I never thought I could reach that point. When I would hear other twin flames say that specific thing, I'd be like, what are you talking about? That is completely ridiculous. That could never happen. And in fact, I am here as living proof to tell you, yay, it can and does happen. It absolutely positively does happen. And so if you are feeling hopeless, and if you are feeling still like so tethered to your twin flame, so tethered to this journey, feeling obsessed sometimes, feeling upset, angry, frustrated, sad, and just like you want to strangle your twin flame sometimes because you're just like, why aren't you doing anything? Or why are you acting this way? Then just know that that is just feedback for you as to where you happen to be personally on your twin flame journey. And it's not a representation of where you will be 6 months from now, a year from now, 2 years from now. It's just that you still are moving through the process of becoming liberated, of becoming integrated on a soul level with your twin flame. So then you can feel that ultimate moksha. You can feel that ultimate liberation. And I wish that for you. I wish for you to have that liberation so that you can feel bliss, happiness, joy, laughter, even if you never see your twin flame divine counterpart again in this lifetime. And so continue to work through your spiritual work, continue to do your spiritual practices daily, and sit back, relax, and enjoy the results of all of that. And take a chill pill. When I was at my height of like desperation, like serious desperation, I had a twin flame coach, and I always say this, I met with her one time, just once, but she gave me the greatest advice. And she was basically like telling me like, take a chill pill. And she didn't say it like that. She said it much more eloquently, but she said like, you're going to have to relax. Like seriously, you're putting too much pressure, even from afar, you're putting too much pressure on him. And so I was like, oh, okay, I need to chill out a little bit. So I wish you all the best on your twin flame journey. Thanks for listening to my twin flame story. I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate you being here on my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for subscribing to my channel below. Click on the bell, scroll up to all for all notifications. Thanks for giving the video a thumbs up. Thank you for sharing this video with other twin flames. And thank you so much for your support of my YouTube channel. You can buy one of my 10 published books. You can join a twin flame bootcamp or meditation course. You can also join my group coaching. The links are all below. And I will see you in the next video.